Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Walter Crockbite, and this is my associate, Dan Rathernot. We're standing in front of the Donald Bercu estate in Pepper Pike, Ohio. Tonight, we are going to bring you a program of unusual interest. It will feature the popular, multi-talented show business superstar, Mr. Donald Bercu.
The makers of Smut, that fabulous stomach relief pill, bring you a typical day in the life of Donald Bercu, superstar. We are going to start early in the morning here in front of Mr. Bercu's home and spend the entire day with him so that you will be able to see how a typical day in the show business of a superstar's life is much more exciting than yours. And now, a word from Smut.
If you have severe stomach pains or even a gas leak, reach for a roll of Smut. Put 1 or 2 pills between your teeth and gums and suck. You'll get instant relief. And remember, Smut, spelled backwards, is Tums.
Our program is usually called 2020. But tonight, because of the lousy eyesight of our subject, it will be called 2200.
The occasion for this visit with Mr. Bercu is a momentous one, his 50th birthday. And those 50 years are filled with history.
Long before the name Donald Bercu became a household word, like Donald O'Connor or Donald Duck, Mr. Bercu was in the insurance business. He, of course, was a superb salesman. He has sold millions of dollars worth of insurance. His loving wife, Jackie, being talented and clever, has found ways to spend those millions of dollars.
Mr. Bercu has other interests. One of these is fishing. Off the Florida coast, the water is inhabited by fish called bonefish. When asked why he liked to fish for bonefish, Mr. Bercu intelligently replied, "God made many creatures in this world. I was bone people. They was bone fish."
Mr. Bercu has been a sportsman all his life. Across the street from the house where he grew up was Bercu Stadium, scene of many a ferocious touch football game before it was torn down to make room for a junior high school faculty kinky sex education department.
Mr. Bercu also has a great interest in travel. With his loving wife, Jackie, and sometimes with his adoring children, Danny, Lisa, and Tommy, he has made trips to Key Biscayne, Paris, St. Martin, and the junior high school faculty kinky sex education department.
Mr. Bercu came upon the name Igor quite by accident. He was only 10 years old when he first saw his first Frankenstein movie. In it, a hairy character named Igor, whose head was bent over his shoulder, kept bounding around looking for Frankenstein. The young, impressionable Mr. Bercu imitated this creature so often the nickname stuck, and so did his head. His neck didn't straighten up until several years later, when he first became sexually aroused.
Mr. Bercu recently became involved in a new hobby. Other, lesser souls are content to collect matchbook covers, demitasse spoons, or hubcaps. Mr. Bercu collects condominiums. Unfortunately, his latest venture was not so successful. He bought a condominium in Nome, Alaska, at a bargain price because its walls were made out of blocks of ice. However, one night, while making passionate love to his loving wife, Jackie, he generated so much heat that the walls melted. Though disappointed that his investment was lost, the plucky Mr. Bercu was heard to say, "That was the best piece of ice I ever had."
But throughout his brilliant existence, one area stood out above all others: show business. For over 25 years, Mr. Bercu has been writing and performing a wealth of entertaining material at engagement parties, birthdays, club shows, and prison death row tea dances. At the University of Pennsylvania, he was a star mask and wig show dancer. Much later, Oakwood Club would benefit from the comic style he learned in the mask and wig dance routine that almost had him falling off the stage of the Hannah Theater.
But Mr. Bercu's special talent was imitation. Ed Sullivan, Edward R. Murrow, Jimmy Stewart, and Peter Lorre all were brought to homes in Shaker Heights in special routines as only Mr. Bercu could do them. But though the occasions changed, the routines did not. For example, Ed Sullivan always featured 40 Polish dentists drilling on his stage. Since Mr. Bercu did this imitation for many years, he is responsible for the filling of over 600 cavities.
There were many other moments of brilliance. Mr. Bercu's portrayals of Marlon Brando as the wild Polak Stanley Kowalski in the movie A Streetcar Named Desire was smashing. But his I Am Moto, famous Japanese international spy, and other weird Oriental characters, such as the Japanese general Yom Kippur, are perhaps the best known of his stage triumphs.
Mr. Bercu was discovered quite by accident. Talent scouts from Universal Pictures, formerly Universal Motors, were bird watching in Pepper Pike, searching for aviary actors and actresses to play in the new movie, The Birds 2. One of their binoculars happened to catch Mr. Bercu in the altogether flexing in his marble bathroom. As a monkey was needed for the movie Going Ape, Mr. Bercu was signed up on the spot. When he got to Hollywood, however, his extraordinary attributes were discovered, a screen test was arranged, and a great star was born.
So now, get ready to enjoy a talent who combines the best features of Twiggy, Tiny Tim, and Emperor Hirohito.
We proudly present a typical day in the life of Donald Bercu, superstar.
This is Ken Weiss at the home of superstar Donald Bercu. We're about to go in where his friends are now waking him up, and he will go on a typical day of the superstar. Why don't we come in? Beautiful house in Pepper Pike, Ohio. Shaded, woody, but this is the prerogative of the superstar. Rich, wealthy, famous. In fact, I think he's got about 3 houses like this in the suburbs of Cleveland. Okay.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning.
And you must be?
Mrs. Bercu.
Mrs. Bercu, Ken Weiss, roving reporter.
Good morning, and how are you?
Fine. How do you feel at
I
this
feel
early
wonderful.
hour?
Terrific.
Terrific.
Yes, I do.
You sure?
Well, where is he?
There he is, right here.
Why don't we come in and see him? His friends are here in this typical day.
Nice to see
This
you.
gentleman, I think, wants to talk to you.
Good morning.
Yes,
How are you?
hi.
Should I put the oranges away?
Oh, you can do whatever you want. Whatever you please.
Okay. I
Did you get your beauty rest?
Yes, I was up early this morning because my wife was up early, but I feel pretty good and ready to take on all these guys.
With all your friends here?
They're quite a crew.
Just another typical day, right?
Yes. That's what press are you from?
What press? I am from Channel 50 here.
Channel what?
Channel 50.
Channel 50.
Yes, and this is your dog here? And your
This is my dog. Annie, say hello, Annie.
Well, he's not very talkative at this early hour.
That's right.
And your children or child?
This is Tommy. And this is Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Right, and this is Spike. Oh, I'm sorry. He's a friend, not Jeff. Danny.
Hello. Danny.
Yeah.
How you doing, Danny?
Okay, how are you?
Good. Have you ever been on television before?
No,
You must have been, considering your father's famous position.
maybe
Was that
once or
standing or
twice.
prone?
Okay.
Tommy here is going to be a television man. He likes the stage and very good at those things.
Is that right?
I think
Everyone's kind of...
everybody else. Did you
used
meet
to this.
everybody else in here?
Yeah, why don't we introduce everybody at this
Uncle
point?
Alan Kern here celebrated a birthday not too long ago, and he tore up the racetrack down in what was the name of that track? Waterford, yes. Mr. Bill Morris over here.
Good morning.
Mr. Steve Rubin, who hasn't attained age 50 yet. Mr. Roger Bercu. Dr. Victor Verdes.
Hi.
And a celebrity from San Francisco, California, who came in for this event, Mr. Ellis Schulist.
And Dr. Bell.
And Dr. Bell. I'm sorry, I didn't see him back here. Pardon me. Who just arrived from Afghanistan. Yes. He may have a few words of Indian to say to us.
Speak all Urdu.
Okay.
Sing wounds for the audience this morning? No?
Well, that's it from here. Why don't we head out?
Good.
It's still early in the morning. We're out in the densely wooded area of Pepper Pike, out in the country. This is where Donald Bercu comes to get his relaxation before beginning his tough day as a movie superstar. Here he relaxes, goes fishing, one of his greatest relaxations, and he gets all ready before he begins his tough schedule. There he comes, Donald Bercu superstar in his fishing gear. Doesn't look quite like the Donald Bercu you see in the movies, chasing those innocent little ducks, something that people who are getting older are wont to do.
They'll get you. They'll get you.
Come on, you mother geese. That damn geese. Okay. Hey, Don. There are fishing. There are fishing. There are fishing. Oh, okay. Oh.
The boat has been readied for him by his workers here, who he hires at a pretty expense on a daily basis.
So if you fall in, make sure the towel stays dry.
Come on, guys.
Come on. I think you head right out to where that
See
fish is.
the bite the best right out in there.
Right there's where the fish is supposed to be.
In the middle?
Yeah, right where there.
You got somebody laying at the bottom of the creek.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Back a big one.
Bye.
See you later.
All right, guys, let's go.
This lake has been stocked with trout, bass, and famous pumpkin seed, otherwise known as sunfish.
Yeah, get a little farther over in that way. That's where the fish are.
There's a lot of goose. Yeah, that's good from the goose.
I've driven by.
We heard someone in the crowd say get a bonefish. Donald Bercu is famous for catching bonefish down in the Florida Keys and the Bahamas. You can see that he's an expert oarsman.
Watch your... This is going to be...
Start fishing. Fishing, not fishing. For the bird.
seems to be going after the fish now. This is a strange occurrence.
He apparently did not remember.
And you can see how Donald Bercu starts out the day relaxed and ready to move on to his more strenuous activities. And this is where his day really begins, the Carol Landis Dance Studio, where all the stars come to limber up and prepare for their choreographed numbers in the movies. Why don't we go inside?
Thank you.
Very good.
Your names are?
Janine.
Janine?
Michelle.
Michelle, how do you like Dancing with the Star?
Good.
How do you think he was? How do you think he was?
Terrific.
Yeah, when's your next show?
I don't know.
You have a show coming, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you think he's good enough to dance with you?
Yeah.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want him to be here every Saturday?
Yeah.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Okay, he will be because he's got a long way to go before he becomes as good as you people are. Okay, we're going to move on now. Thank you. Now that's entertainment. Good work, Don. Great tap dancing. But a well-balanced performer does not live by tap dancing alone. So today we're here at 128th and Woodland at the Footpath Dance Company, where we're going to see Don go through his ballet routine.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay, now let's take it again, twice more with the head down. Okay, because when the head's forward, I see this wonderful curve in everyone. Try to just take the curve one. Take count 1. So you're real curved with your head forward. And now just release your head back. That's all it is. Okay, don't make too much of throwing the head back. Because what happens is if you get this real throw here, you end up taking too much of the back with you right there. 4 and 1, 2 to the left, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and left, and 2 and 3, 4 and that's okay, good. And 2, and 3, and 4 and 1, 2, around 3 and 4 and 1, 2, around 3 and 4 and hold. Let's take the fancy one. Good. 4, 5, 6 and I kill anybody else's phone. How do you get in the class? Okay, let's go on to the knee tuck. 2 lift higher, 4, 2 and 1, 2. Toes pointing straight ahead. 2, that's it. 3, 2, 4, change and 1, 2 and 2, 2 and 3, 2 lift 4, 2 and 1, 2 and 2, 2 and 3, 2, change to turn out and 1, 2 and 2, 2 and 3, 2 and up, down and 1, 2 and 2, 2 and 3, 2, change to second position and 1, 2 and 2, 2 and 3, 2 lift higher, down and 1. I I just have noticed an awful lot of this kind of thing when you touch the knee. And I think the way you do that is instead of the knee just coming straight up, maybe it has to cross a little.
I'm sure you've worked up an appetite by now, Don. Well, New York has its Broadway, Los Angeles has its Hollywood and Vine, and Cleveland has its Prospect Avenue, the highway of the stars. It's here that Cleveland's great stars come and repast, or eat in other words. Such great stars as Houlihan, Big Chuck have come here, along with the greatest of them all, Don Bercu. Don immortalized in stone on this sidewalk on the highway of the stars, Prospect Avenue. This is the first star that has been placed in Cleveland, and rightfully it belongs to Don Bercu himself. And where else would Don Bercu come but to a place named in honor of him? Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at Stage Door Donny's. And here they come. Here comes the limousine with Donald Bercu in it and his entourage. And here they come in the chauffeur-driven limousine up to Stage Door Donny's. And the chauffeur will come out. He is alone here. We're supposed to wait for your chauffeur. Hello, hello.
Hey,
can we catch you for a minute?
But of course.
Can we catch you? How are you
Yes,
doing?
good, very good, thank you.
How does it feel? Did
Yes.
you see your the star? How do you feel about that?
Oh, my star! How nice of you to have it here.
Please keep it down there. No, no, no.
Sir, I thought I was supposed
That
to
is
wear
a solid metal star. You are the first one in
Yes.
Cleveland to get that honor, in spite of the fact that there have been numerous luminaries
I appreciate
here in the
that.
city.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
What brings you into town today?
Well, I was opening a new show here at the Hannah Theater,
Yeah.
and
What's your
it's,
latest? What is it? Yeah.
Dancing. It's called Dancing.
Dancing,
I took
yeah.
2 lessons at that this morning.
Yes, we saw you there.
Ah, that was
That was wonderful.
fantastic.
It really doesn't look like you're quite ready, but well.
Well, after those 2 lessons, I think that I could very well be ready for anything. But
in your opinion, were you looking in the mirror?
yes, I. Ah, Uncle Dickie! You got here! Damn, what do you say, Ken?
Probably. You know how these actors are.
How are you? How are you, baby? It's good to see you. I brought my wife and my kids.
your wife.
Hello, how are you?
How you doing, girls?
Hey, come over here. Come over here. Come on, we got to give us a hug. Come on over here. Listen, that's terrific. Here he is. Come on, right. Here's
No,
the
no,
guy.
no. I'm the
Here's
birthday
the guy.
boy.
This
I'm
one
the
here,
birthday-
right
this is
here.
my husband.
This is-
Yeah.
Yeah, getting the microphone.
Yes, nice to see you. For the day.
Oh, wait, I'm going to go get you.
Careful.
This is cute.
Careful.
You ain't seen cute yet.
Oh my God! Uncle Dick.
Good to see you.
This is
You're a celebrity.
one of my sidekicks from
The
New York
best.
City who came in to visit
Yes,
me for the
right.
day, and he does a lot of promotions in New York.
From New York, you must be a star.
That's
too.
right, not me. No, I like
He
to
is a
handle the
star.
stars.
And your name,
This is
please?
the best
Oh,
star
yeah.
I've ever had.
This
Is that right?
Murgatroyd
Yeah,
You look to be in
Makarats.
good threads, making a lot of money.
Murgatroyd Makarat's the third.
Right.
Is that right?
Right.
Right.
Where are you
And-
booking him next in New York?
Booking him
he
next.
books him any
we got
place
him
you
down
can
in the
get him.
village. They're waiting for him.
In the village, not
Yeah.
Broadway? What's
No,
that?
no, the village is very chic today. It's the right place to be.
Yeah.
And then we move him up. Once he makes it down in the village, which he's already a celebrity
Right.
there.
I played there a long
we bring
time
him
ago.
up to Broadway and we really
Broadway and
pack
55th.
pack
I'm
him in
appearing tonight at
uptown.
Broadway and 55th.
Is that right? And you're,
Yes.
I thought you were
It's not
appearing
far
here
from
at
here.
the, in
Well,
Danvers.
when I'm through here dancing,
That's
I go
a
to
tough
Broadway.
schedule. But you do
Well,
have
keep me busy.
find time to eat.
I would love very much to eat because I didn't have much this morning, and I've been bugging these guys all day long for something to eat.
And that's tough
And
work
I
doing
am
ballet. all
Stage
day.
Door Johnny's. Yes, very, very. My
Stage Door
my,
Donny's.
My
I think the sign
tutu. My
is really Stage Door
My
Donny's.
tutu is killing me.
Is that
And-
right?
Yes, and I also I have a terrible case of jock itch from the outfit that they had me on stage doing the dancing.
Well, that's a
Hello,
tough life
Mom.
for the movie stars, I assume.
Yes, we get used to it though. Would
Yeah.
you like a beer?
I would. I'll go in and have
Why don't
one.
you have some? No,
I
go
gotta
ahead.
stay sober here.
Okay.
I gotta keep on the ball.
I gotta eat breakfast.
Well, do you have anything else to say? Here, I see a crowd is gathered.
No, I know. These are some of the.
We have a crowd here
fans
now.
that Came here today. Please, later, autographs later.
And you're getting your applause. I suppose you want to go in now and get your food.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Come
Good
along,
luck to
that's
you.
right,
I hope you're.
We got you.
Oh my God. Back shots.
All right, we're gonna do a little song and dance routine. Ready? Da 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 da. Do it kind of little kick step. How's that? Good.
Great number. Great number.
Huh? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, don't fall. Let me hold you up here. That's good. All right.
All right, now what do we do?
That's baby Bercu.
That depends. That's terrific. My new star here.
Let's have some the tongue in the ear. The tongue in the ear.
Oh, he likes the
Yeah. Yeah. There we go.
These are ear jobs. Honey, is your name Jackie? Okay.
What is going on here anyway?
How's that? Good?
Oh, you weren't supposed to do that.
No, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Like that?
Oh, that's a good one.
Hey, okay.
That's very enjoyable.
That's it, huh? That's it. That's nice. That's good.
Very nice.
Who says he's a ham?
Don't let her go. Bercu, another traveler in time. Once a simple insurance salesman, now a television and movie superstar. Let's travel through the Twilight Zone and see where he goes next. We're We're here at the prestigious Cleveland Playhouse, where tonight Johnny Carson brings his entourage to do a special Tonight Show. The guest will be Don Bercu. And with me here, I have, what is your name, please?
Elizabeth Farwell.
And what is your job here?
Oh, well, I'm an actress at the Cleveland Playhouse, and I'm going to be doing makeup for Mr. Bercu today, and I'm very excited about it.
You are. Have you ever seen Mr. Bercu?
Yes, I have several times. He's one of my favorite people.
You're still excited about doing makeup for him?
Well, yeah, I figure, any help we can give him will probably be good, and doing it at the Playhouse, I think, will be very good for his career and good for our name here at the Playhouse.
Is that right? It must be a challenge to do a face like that, to get it to look good.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that, I can smooth it out a little bit and cover up some of the blemishes, and hopefully we'll be able to turn him into a good-looking man before the day is over.
Okay, well, that'll be a miracle, but let's go inside and see what she can do. And here he is. The limousine has arrived with Don Bercu, driving up to the doors of the Cleveland Playhouse. Looks like he's had a rough time at Stage Door Johnny's. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Bercu.
He's the leader. Unless you want something else.
Alan, different kind of girls?
I don't know. Believe me, I was fooled by... Go ahead.
Come on.
Hello.
You might want to take the coat off.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what's next. We've been having a... the boys, they're following all over. The guys. Yeah. So what did they tell you about where we had lunch today?
Oh, Stage Door Johnny's?
Yeah, you been down there?
No, I haven't been there personally. I'm gonna go down in my gymnasia costume next week.
Oh, were you a gymnasia? Oh, I told them about a 6... Are you 6 foot?
Yeah.
Fantastic. They got a gal down there who's 6'3".
Really?
She'll give you a run for your money, I'll tell you something. Oh,
You
man.
guys tell me about that a little bit.
Her name was, what's the color?
Star.
No, not you. Magenta.
Oh.
You know the magenta? This gal is 6'3". Yeah. Excellent voices.
Wait a second.
One of the
Gymnasium?
Yeah. See that? See that?
You want to sneak in just
Stevie saw you. Gymnasia was fantastic, and the whole rest of the group was unbelievable.
That's too bad.
Wisteria.
Apprentice. Here.
They had one of the best casts in years, I think.
Yeah, this is one of the best seasons.
Don't you think it's gone over well?
Yeah, it's very popular.
Strider was well done.
Strider was my favorite show of the season.
Wife is, yeah, great.
Take a little gray out of the sides.
Great.
You can keep it here for a while, fix it up, and we'll pick it up on the way out.
Oh, okay.
No, listen, when he leaves, we expect Robert Redford.
Well, good luck.
When I get through here.
Oh, just gorgeous.
Just a lot of pressure.
It's all her gymnasia's makeup on him.
Anything is a help, is that right?
That's right.
Too much summer stock around anymore. It used to be big at the summer theaters at Keene Park and Music Carnival and so on. I'm a new guy, guys.
Does he look like the Incredible Hulk now?
Incredible.
So women shouldn't be allowed to wear makeup.
All they have to do is bury you now.
I got the suit. I came dressed for the occasion.
I have here, it's here anymore.
Oh.
We used to have big
odor eaters. I saw odor eaters in the drawer.
I'd like to thank you for all the great help you've been here today, and I think it's been wonderful that you've tried to reface me and upface me and deface me and
Instead of make up, he wants to make out.
Thank you.
Doesn't come with a kit.
The fact is, you don't really need a makeup job, you need repaving.
10 seconds there time. Let's have lights. 4. We're on the air. I think.
From Hollywood, the Tonight
was that those second-rate imposters? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ed McWoman, and welcome to the Johnny Carsick Show. Tonight, our guests are proctologist Dr. Hyman Dingleberry, blues singer Lenore Putz, immoral majority leader Barry Bowell, tuba player Flatus McQuicken, and a multi-talented superstar entertainer, Mr. Donald Bercu. And now, here's Donny.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's so nice to be here.
How nice is it?
I've decided to dispense with my usual clever monologue this evening because we have a very full show today.
You're right, Tom.
If I can get behind here. Now, because he has to leave for an important engagement immediately after the show, our first guest this evening will be Mr. Donald Bercu. Now, we'll get Mr. Bercu on stage here in just a few moments, but I want our audience to know what this brilliant, versatile character will be doing right after he leaves us tonight. There is a punk rock group called the Armpits, who have a sellout performance tonight at Hollywood Bowl. But their leader, Johnny Vile, suddenly got sick and will be unable to throw up on stage. But Mr. Bercu has graciously consented to fill in. And now, here's Donny! Have a seat, Mr. Bercu.
Good evening, Mr. Bercu.
Hi.
Ed, would you please move your ass so our guests can sit close to me?
Sorry, Donny.
Ladies and gentlemen, I had to buy an extra long sofa just to accommodate Mr. McWoman's rear end. Now, Mr. Bercu, over here, please.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what was the greatest thrill you ever had on stage before?
Well, I think the greatest thrill I ever had was on Blueberry Hill. It wasn't on stage, but probably the.
Did they film it, Mr. Bercu?
No, that wasn't allowed to be filmed, Johnny. But I would say really the greatest thrill I had on stage was a couple of years ago out at the Oakwood stage where Alan Kern, I don't know if you ever knew him or not.
Never heard of him.
He did a famous grandmother act. And he did a bit with, putting rolls in his pocket like it's done out there, and I think that was probably the greatest.
What did you do, Mr. Bercu?
I played with myself during that time.
I see. Did you have a script?
No, it wasn't necessary.
Okay, well, you fooled me. I thought it was that brilliant part you played as a child magician who had an affair with his rabbit. Well,
that was a good
ladies and gentlemen,
yes.
We've got a great thrill in store for you tonight because Mr. Bercu, in a few moments, is going to perform the same tap dance routine he made famous as a masked and wig dancer at the University of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Wasn't that a magnificent routine? They tell me Mr. Bercu's choreographer is so well known He's an institution in Hollywood. In fact, he's in one. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Donald Bercu in a part that needs no introduction.
Excuse me, please. Good evening. How are you, Missy?
Oh, just fine.
Good, good. You like Chinese food?
Oh, yes.
Oh, we have an excellent menu tonight. All Chinese junk food. Yes, sure.
Thanks.
What is it? Yes, sure. You see something you like?
Ooh, is the food good here?
Oh, very, very outstanding food. Excellent food. Yes, very good food.
You know,
very fine.
You know, I couldn't find this place in my tour book, but
Oh.
I found the address on the back of some food stamps.
Yes, well, a lot of people come here when they get hard up. But the food is very excellent
I
anyhow.
understand.
Yes.
Oh,
You see something there?
well, I don't know. I'm very confused about these two columns of food.
Oh.
Maybe you could help me out. I mean, if I order a dinner, like the family dinner #1,
Yes.
I mean, how do I know which ones to choose from column A and column B? Do you think you could
Oh,
help
well,
me?
you see, you take one from column A, you get for $3.95. You get two from column B for $4.67.
But what if I want one from column B and two from column A? I mean, I just don't know what I should do.
No, that's a very good problem. You see, because our chef only reads from, he's Jewish in a bed, he reads from right to left. And you gotta go from the right column to the left column, and you can't interchange the two. So you got to stay with two in the column A and one in the column B.
Well,
Yes.
well, why don't you tell me what I should order? I
Yeah.
kind of like things hot and spicy.
I don't know if you can get those in the food here in the restaurant, but maybe we could pick something else up for you.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Well, of course. Yeah, excuse me. You go ahead. Got a pleasure.
Well, you know,
Chicken chow mein, very excellent. Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like
Egg
to
for
order.
fried rice, also very excellent.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Mugu gai pan.
Oh, that guy pan is one of my favorites.
No, it's no good here. No. You go to China for mugu gai pan. Here, you stick it with a chicken fried rice.
Oh, dear.
That's best.
Well, you know, I'd like to order an egg foo young,
Have
but
you tried one
I'm
of
more in
these?
the mood for something older tonight.
Order tonight. Well,
What does your fortune say?
my fortune says fortune cookie cotton mustache. There's a little glue. Well, older tonight. I'm a little older
Are
tonight.
you older tonight? Older than what?
Eating the paper also.
Very nice. What does your fortune say?
My fortune says, get paper out of mouth in order to enjoy food and you.
Oh,
Yes.
You know, you're Chinese, aren't you?
Yeah, how do you know that?
I can pick these things up, you know. Yeah, you know, I had a Chinese friend once. He introduced me to his whole family. You know, I just never met
My
so many
name is-
dongs in my life.
Dong. I got a dong, but that's...
Are you related to them? Maybe you know my friend from school.
What's your name?
Well, their name was Dong.
Dong. I know a ding dong.
Yes.
And I know a dong lo. Dong hung lo, full name.
Oh, I
Yes.
think that's the one I knew.
Yeah, very nice person.
Incredible.
Yeah, wonderful man, yeah.
Yeah.
My
You know-
name is Ming Toy Epstein.
Oh.
Very unusual
He never
name.
told me he had any Russian relations. I don't know.
I'm always trying to get places fast, but other than that, there's not Russian.
Oh, I get it.
You like that, Missy?
Yeah. It's like Roman hands. Yeah, I get that.
Yes, that also we have.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, you're so cute.
Thank you very
You look
much.
kind of like Bruce Lee to me. Do you know any kung fu?
Well, I could learn.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Boy, I'd like to teach you
Well,
something.
come right along, I show you. So let's forget about the dinner.
You want to forget about dinner?
And I gotta forget about the dinner. I gotta forget about the paper here. And then I think maybe we go someplace else and we have a little dessert.
Well, you know, I have a limo outside.
Oh, very nice. I drove all day in the limo today. You got a rickshaw. I go for a rickshaw, but I don't like the limo anymore.
You like the limo? Oh, well, I'm sorry.
But perhaps when you're through with the lychee nuts or the fortune cookies, we could go someplace.
Do you have lychee nuts at this restaurant?
Well, no, not lychee nuts. I don't think so. I think we got other kind of nuts, but not lychee nuts. Yeah. What's that?
Well, I'm just looking at the water.
We have very good water. It's mini ha-ha spring water, Indian water.
Mini ha-ha, that's like little laugh.
Yeah, very fun. That's very funny. Yeah, that's very good.
Maybe I should go to dinner now.
Anytime, we are ready for you. Okay?
Okay.
Pleasure having you here.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, that routine Mr. Bercu has done countless times for appreciative audiences all over the world. In fact, during the Vietnam War, he was flown behind the lines to entertain troops over there. The Red Chinese Army loved him. Now, Mr. Donald Bercu will do one of his most famous imitations, Ed Sullivan.
Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's a really great pleasure to have you here tonight in our big studio, because we really got one of the greatest and biggest shows for you that we've ever had on our stage here in many years. Tonight, from Chillicothe, Ohio, 40 Polish dentists are going to drill for you and do extractions right here before your very eyes. Won't that really be a big one? We're really looking forward to that. Now, before we go into the show tonight, we have out in our audience some guests that we'd like to introduce. The big hitter from Pennsylvania, Arnie Palmer. Arnie, come on up and say a few words and come on up and hit one into the audience for us, won't you please? Also out there in our audience tonight, someone who's had a great recent misfortune, but who seems to be recuperating great, one of our favorite performers, Ronnie Reagan. Ronnie, come on up here and have a big one for us, won't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, do you remember the part that made Marlon Brando famous? It was in a streetcar called Desire. This evening, Don Bercu will recreate the part played by Marlon Brando, Stanley Kowalski.
Hey, what do you say, Stella?
It's about time you got home. Can you play with the boys again?
What do you mean it's time I got home?
Well, I'm sick of this. I sit here slaving over the house all day.
Hey, look, Wilbur. I own this house. I'm the master of this house.
I don't care.
You got no
I'm sick of this. I'm sick of you always walking in late after dinner is cold.
Sit down and shut up.
I'm not going to sit down.
I'm going to take that broomstick and I'm going to put it someplace where you're not going to use it to mop the floor. Now sit down and listen to me. You got no right in talking to me like this.
I'm sick of you calling me names. You look. You go out, you play with the boys, you're a big, cool guy, you think you own the place. My God, Stanley, you don't even do anything around here. You're just a big, stupid, dumb Pollock. That's all you are. You're just a Pollock.
You call me a Pollock?
Yes, that's all you are. And I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of always having to do all the work around here. Why didn't you ever help me clear the table? You never helped me do any of the work around here.
Stella, you're overacting now. Sit down. Now sit down and shut up like I told you before. I am not a Pollock. My parents were of Polish extraction, but I am not a Pollock.
That's right, it makes you a Pollock. You're stupid idiot.
No. My parents were very fine people. They're the Kowalskis.
I believe that, but then why don't you do anything fine like them? I'm sure they helped each other clean the house, cook the dinner. I'm sick of doing all this stuff for you. Why don't you just help me clear the table sometimes?
Not cook the dinner.
If you want the table cleaned, I'll clean the table for you.
Oh,
You want me to clean the table?
Yes, clean the
I
table.
show you just
I want to see you do it once.
Hey, I whip it like that, and that is the way I know how to clean the table. Now you clean the floor, okay?
Okay.
You try it now.
It's a well-known fact, ladies and gentlemen, that Mr. Bercu was so outstanding in this role that even today, many years after he last performed it, people still call him a Pollock. Now, a totally different mood. Mr. Bercu goes back to his early days in high school, before television, when radio was king. Imagine this, a social studies class in session. The assignment, give an oral report in front of the class on your favorite radio program. Mr. Bercu?
Hi, I'd like to give a report on Jack Armstrong, the All-American boy. The program went like, Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, the All-American boy. Have you tried Wheaties, the best breakfast food in the land? Won't you buy Wheaties? For Wheaties, the best food out, man. They're crispy, they're crunchy the whole day through. Jack Armstrong never tires of them, and neither will you. So just buy Wheaties. Da 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 da. The programs used to go like this. Jack Armstrong. Last time we left Jack, he was with Billy, Betty, Uncle Jim, Tiny Tim, Cousin Floyd, and the 107th Armored Cavalry Division, trekking through the deepest, darkest part of densest Africa. We see them now. Jack saying, hold it, gang, I think we better stop here. Billy says, what's wrong, Jack? Jack says, because I'm, yes, what is it, Jack, what is it? Because I'm, yes, Jack, tell us. Because I'm bushed, gang. Okay, gang, let's sit down here. By the way, Billy, you go ahead and find out how we're going to cross that stream, because the natives that are going to attack us tomorrow are somewhere across there, and we got to find out where they are. Go ahead, Billy. Billy comes running back a few minutes later. He says, Jack, he says, we've got to cross that stream, and there's only one vine that's going to swing across a 50-yard wide chasm with alligators and crocodiles. Will you go first? I can't, Billy. Why not, Jack? Well, what's wrong, Jack? Because I'm... What, Jack, what? Because I'm yellow. Well, I think he's off his rocker, gang. Let's leave Jack now and the rest of the group in Africa and see what happens tomorrow.
Now, in a more serious vein, Mr. Bercu will portray a doctor such as Linus Pauling or Marcus Welby.
Doctor? Dr. Bercu?
Yeah, here I am. Val.
I'm here for my appointment.
Oh, I was just going off to the golf course. You sure you want an appointment?
Yeah, I'm not feeling so well. I don't know what it is.
Val, we'll put the bag down here and we'll give you a little examination. You sure look like a healthy specimen to me, sweetie. What's bothering you?
I don't know. My throat feels kind of sore and my stomach doesn't feel so
Throat
well.
feels sore and the stomach's not too
Yeah,
good, huh? Well, that sounds like a very bad situation. Would you mind standing up? I'd like to take your temperature. Oh, pardon me. Well, that's right. You can put it here under the tooth. Okay? That's terrific. It's normal. Nothing wrong with you with the temperature. You say your stomach's upset.
Yeah.
Well, let's get up for a second. Let me give a little here in the back in the front and all over there.
Oh, well, here, maybe I should.
Sure, that's all right. Whatever you want to do.
Okay, just.
Yeah, well, you sure look like a healthy specimen to me. I'll tell you something. You know, I come from Germany, and boy, I'll tell you something. Even the Mercedes-Benz ain't built as good as you. But let me take a listen. That sounds pretty good to me. Yeah, that's all right. And the stomach?
Yeah.
Looks okay also. Nothing wrong with the
I
stomach.
just don't feel so good. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you should check me out a little bit more. I mean.
I'd be glad to. Let's try it again. I like the lungs in particular.
Maybe
It's
the
a very
back,
interesting part. I like the front better. But, well, let me see the back. Back looks all right.
Okay, great.
The front again, we'll listen, take a deep breath. Say 9. Do that again, would you? Huh?
You like that?
9, yes. Try the 9
I don't know,
again.
does it sound okay?
9.
I don't know. I think maybe I need a better
Oh my
examination.
God.
Because, you know, I don't really feel so good. I don't know what it is, but I really think.
Val!
I think maybe you should check it out.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Yeah.
Speedy, call and cancel my golf date.
You know, I'm really worried because I never get sick, and I'm just not the type to get sick.
You don't look like the kind of a sick either.
I mean, I like to have an appointment every 6 months, and I don't know what it is.
You sure you want an examination? That's all?
I mean, I just had one a while ago, and I just don't feel so hot. I don't know what.
How did it come out?
I don't know. Well,
I think I'll sit and watch the rest examination.
I think maybe I know that mononucleosis is going around.
Yes.
And I thought maybe you should check me out because I know it's real important.
I think that's an excellent suggestion.
And
wonderful.
I really think that you should take care of me.
Well, I'd be glad to take.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you, Mr. Donald Bercu, for being our guest tonight. Wonderful performer. You know, Ed, I haven't mentioned this before, but today Mr. Bercu is celebrating his 50th birthday.
Wow! He could pass for 49, don't you think, Donny?
I'm not so sure. But I'd like to tell our audience that much later this evening, Mr. Bercu will be roasted by his good friends at a dinner party.
That'll be a dud. What could anyone possibly say about a star of Donald Bercu's magnitude that could be funny?
Next week we'll have
This is Ken Weiss, roving reporter for 2200 News. Well, you've seen the typical day in the life of a superstar, Don Bercu. But now, as the lights fail over Cleveland, Ohio, we turn to the nightlife here, the theatrical restaurant, where tonight Don Bercu is being roasted as one of the greatest actors ever to come from Cleveland. Not to mention, it's his 50th birthday.
Don't mention it's his 50th birthday.
Okay, we're gonna go across here. I believe the festivities have started. The cameramen are late. Theatrical restaurant for years, one of the prime entertainment spots in Cleveland. Such great people as Dewey Jeffries, Jack Lacey at the piano, and none other than Don Bercu. The fabulous superstar Don Bercu appearing in the caucus room tonight. Let's go downstairs for the festivities. Ladies and gentlemen, we're downstairs in the theatrical now, and Donald Bercu has not yet arrived. The guests are here. The tension could cut the air. They know he's going to be here any minute. It is going to be a total surprise to him. In fact, here he is. Here he is. He is in the other room. This is a surprise to us. He arrived a little bit early. He is coming in. He is blindfolded. Being seated in his special chair, reserved for celebrities. He does not know what food is in front of him. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, he is here. He is here. The fans are going crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, Don Bercu, superstar. wife who has not seen him in probably 12 hours.
I don't know.
Make a speech.
I had guessed that I was going to the Playhouse Club because I spent a lot of time here before today. But other than that, I really don't have any idea. Yeah. It was nice you all had come for dinner.
Donny, baby!
How do you do that? You're looking great, buddy.
You're pretty good. For 90.
I did. Where are the people here, Donny?
Yes.
Donny is celebrating the big 5-0 here tonight. The man of the hour. The entertainment man of the hour. I saw you up here opening night. That's great. Don, listen. Got a singing telegram for you. Not going to sing yet. Okay. But here's the message, and the message of this whole thing. First of all, let's put a little hat on. Thank you. The whole message of this thing is showbiz becomes you. Showbiz becomes you. It goes with your hair. You certainly know the right things to wear. Don, you're great. Tuxedo looks better than mine. That is yours to commemorate the occasion, Don.
Thank you.
For tonight, Don, we have a really big shoe, just to show you how big a shoe
That's what I meant.
How big a shoe, Don? Size 17 and up. A little bit too big for you, Don. And tonight, after our aerial shots of Kate Smith, Wayne Newton.
Hey, thanks a lot, Ed. Dankeschön. Hey, Dankeschön.
Wait. Do you ever notice how Wayne Newton sounds like Walter Brennan? I mean, the voice is up here. He's got to be kidding with that voice. Dankeschön. Hey, it's ridiculous. It's like Walter Brennan, isn't it? It's like Little Luke. Gal did it, Little Luke, in Pepina. He was always after Little Luke or Pepina. It couldn't get Little Luke, got Pepina. I can see Walter Brennan doing Wayne Newton. Couldn't you remember he used to walk like that? Dankeschön. Hey, Dankeschön, Donny. Okay. I know you people are eating. Just kind of laugh out of the corner of your mouth. The next, Don and his amazing tonsils are going to sing us a little song. So, Don, why don't you sing us a little song? Just give me a... Don, that was gorgeous. Anybody ever tell you you couldn't sing? They did? That was beautiful. That was really wonderful. I'll tell you what. I'm going to solo. I want you to sit here and just kind of be quiet and just really repeat after me, Don. I'll pay attention. Good, right there. Believe me. I forgot where I was. Oh, ever seen it. I'll tell you what I got to bring out of this now. It's this entertainment business, Don. I know you're crazy about it, but it takes the right kind of chemistry. You have to have the right kind of chemistry. My favorite chemistry teacher is the Nutty Professor.
Yes, and actually, while speaking on the subject of chemistry, Don, yes, one chemical having many individual parts can always be broken down. Oh, these are making me dizzy. Can always be broken down, somewhat like your dinner here, to such a degree that we never need to be in the dark about the whys and wherefore of its capacity. Wonderful, Don. Just while we're at it here, I keep losing where I am here. You ought to be in pictures. Your name should be in lights. You really should, Don. You ought to be in show business. It's a great business. It really is. And if Ethel Merman was here, she would tell you too. There's no business like show business. I know. Business I know. Even when I'm out in public places, I speak this loud. There's no in between with Ethel Merman. It's either on, baby, or it's off. Right? It's either on or off. She's off in my book. Cut her off quick. My shoes. Someone tried to steal the shoe. Please, the guy with the videotape. I got a lot of stuff in here. A lot of good things for you. I see. You know who else appreciates talent like yourself? Al Jolson. He would appreciate you. Donny, my little Donny, I'd walk 1,000,000 miles for one of your smiles. My Donny, it's your little brother Donny. How can you be Donny and me be Donny? I'm Johnny. He's telling me to get down on my knees. He's telling me how to do this. He's a terrific guy, Donny. Oh, I'll tell the jokes. I'll do it, Donny. Please, let me do it. Listen, it's your little boy, your little brother Johnny, coming home from Alabama. Oh, Donny, don't give me no flim-flammy. Put on a eggs and hammy, a toast and jammy. Oh, Donny, don't you know me? Donny, my little Donny. I was gonna go down on my knee. Don't worry, that was the big finish. I'd walk 1,000,000 miles for one of your smiles, my Donny. And I forgot my shoe polish too. I'm sorry. And who's that? Oh, I know who you got. You might be doing this one. Don is really popular. He's popular with the girls too.
Oh my God.
Hello, Donny. Hello, Donny. It's so nice to have you back where you belong, you little fool, Donny. Go. Big break time, Don. It's your big break in show business. Get the camera on, Don. This is it, Don. 50 years it's taken. You're getting your break today. I'm still mad that he's telling me how to do it all, Jules. You are getting your break today.
You pants and a rip in the knee.
Terrific guy, Don. Don, it is now time for your screen test, baby. Here it comes. All right. That's not real camera. That's not loaded with film. They're just faking. This is the real film here. Okay, let's get that's a good emulsion right about there after the stop floor. That's good. And okay, wait a second. Gotta get the makeup.
Makeup.
Monsieur Max Factor. C'est beautiful. Oh, the tuxedo. Oh, Don. Oh, Don. It's rented, I hope. Oh, gosh. You want to be in showbiz? Ready to roll that? You want to be in showbiz? Don and Van, Director Van, screen test for Don. Don, we just want you to give us a little bit about yourself, please. Marker. Action.
Now.
Just a little bit about yourself, Don. Cut! I'll tell you what, Don, we don't like your speaking voice. The next part's going to be silent. Okay, take 2. You want to be in showbiz with Don. I'm sorry about the posters. I really am. Music up, please. Music up. Okay, this next part, Don, I want emotions. I want you to portray these emotions, the fine actor that you are, on the screen now. Ready? The first one is going to be fear. Are you ready? Fear, Don. Give me fear.
I'm scared.
Okay, Don. Sadness. Show me sadness. Now show me passion and lust, Don.
I can't with you.
Oh, Don. I just love a man with large and sinewy muscles like yourself.
After what I went through this afternoon, there's no comparison.
You're supposed to have a straight face, and from what I hear, you haven't been able to keep anything straight lately. I'm lost again. Where were we? Oh, I know where we are. If you can make it here, you'll make it anywhere. It's up to you. Now, Don. Now, Don. All right, Don. I got a little song. While I'm cleaning up my act, we'll be jumping. It'll really be something if we look half as good as you. We're here to congratulate you and celebrate too. For 5 decades you have lived. You may remember Depression and War, Bob, Bing, and Groucho, Durante, and more. They say the secret to having long life is saving your strength for your final days. Oh, those muscles again. But since you can't know when they are, you've made it this far. You might as well swing today.
they're talking Scottish and we're all a bunch of harps, you know.
What's a harps? That's the Irish.
Oh!
You're in big trouble.
Yep.
My
Hit it. 1, 2, 3.
You know any English songs?
I'm going to pick up the cake and put it so the camera doesn't get what it's at.
It's going to show you the birthday cake, which has a picture of himself.
It's terrific.
It's very close likeness.
Terrific. Thank you very much. I tell you, if I had known I was going to get this picture, I would have shaved tonight.
My dog, but I was.
Well, I need a lot of help up here, so I have to call on the Ferrises and the Chapmans and Sandy, because we're all in this together.
The Bremerton bomb?
This is the Bremerton crew.
This is written to the meter of a somewhat famous poem. But I don't want to tell you which one it is. You're all so literate that I'm sure you'll understand. It's not Casey at the Bat.
Donny, it's not that bad.
I have been a big hit in a lot of places, but never this big.
Casey the Bat, I knew they knew, but Wordsworth or something like that.
1 and a 2 and a 3. Once upon a midnight dreary, in a village by Lake Erie, in a village known as Pepper, lived the Don, Big Ange by name. Now his reign was almost ending, an election it was pending. We picked a man of curious fame, known to all, Bercu. We all thought it would be nifty, because our neighbor has turned 50, that he replaced the Don of yore. So toast him with a hearty roar. Even though, as a young student, Ida was so terribly prudent that when he sniffled, wiped his nosy, into bed he quickly went. He overcame this great frustration with only minor hesitation. So we say in celebration, for this honor he was meant. 'Tis our dying boy we're touting. Yes, this man of curious fame, known to all, Bercu by name. On the golf course, gently rapping, in a putt, with others napping, while his foot it's always tapping. How he does it, no one knows. He ain't no more a little pisher, this great jock, this great bone fisher, with his Jackie by his side, traveling far and wide. His only question on his journey, where in hell to keep his clothes. Ah, my friends, you can't deny him, this raconteur of curious fame, known to all, Bercu by name. Hang in there, guys.
2 more pages.
Now we talk about his selling, at insurance he's not smelling. And for your exotic dwelling, he'll find an island, beach or bluff. As he roams the vast South Ocean, trying to please your every notion, don't deny him, only try him. With capital gain, you'll strut your stuff. Yes, my friends, you cannot lose. With his offer, you can't refuse. Our Bercu, he is really tough. But where beaver's really shining, where the ladies all are pining, is after we are finished dining for the famous Oakwood show. There his teeth are not for biting, his slanted eyes the spots are lighting. The Chinese jokes that he's been writing come across for all to know. Who is this Chinaman, we mutter? Who is this man of curious fame? It's our new Don, Bercu by name.
Your reputation as a fisherman is just great, and your dialect everyone knows is first rate. Your golf game is, oh, not too bad, and even your tennis isn't so sad. But it's really a travel that you excel. No one else can do it quite so well. All winter you scour to find a new place in the sun, somewhere you think your friends would like and could have fun. The Caribbean you roam in Rome to secure for us all a second home. So happy birthday, dear Don. We wish you to do this for another 50, to keep all of us looking young, tan, and nifty.
Joy to be here with Don this day to celebrate his birthday in May. Through all vicissitudes of life, he's steady. Warmth, friendship, advice, kindness, he is always ready. He stands tall, above all, by a hair. He's honest, good-natured, supportive, and fair. Good health, love, happiness, and long life, we say, to Donald on his 50th birthday.
Donny,
Do I need this, guys? I never used one of these. I have such a big mouth. Donny, dear, as you can well imagine, all poetic awards in my family have gone to Cousin Spike. Therefore, as I have celebrated happy occasions with you throughout the years, you have been treated only to these memorable lines. Repeat with me. Donny, dear, it's sad but true, 50 years have come by you. Have patience. While these words no doubt evoke tears, it is time to stop my clowning, for Elizabeth Barrett has found her Browning. And thus we have these memorable words to come, which portray Donny's favorite interest, written by Poet Laureate Pine.
Donny Bercu's looking fine. Recruit him for a chorus line. He's a guy that's really neat. You'll find him watching 42nd Street. He's a guy with razzmatazz. He could have written all that jazz. After the theater, he'll have a snort while at the Carlisle watching Bobby Short. With Don, there's no maybes. Don really enjoyed Sugar Babies. He and Jackie do their prancing after they enjoyed the show dancing. He's not a guy to sit on his fanny. For example, 3 times he's seen Annie. I know I surely can't be wrong. He and Jackie are playing our song. He's just a great guy, darn him. He could have been a P.T. Barnum. He's a guy that will go to heaven while he's watching Morning at 7. 50 years has been his plight. It's a long day's journey into the night. Here's to 50 years from all the sexes. Let's go watch Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
An ode to Donald from Patty and Ronald.
As your very special 50th birthday was drawing near, I told Ron we must think of something clever to do.
We sat and thought about our very special friend, Donald B. Our conclusion was, we are both forever in your debt, as you will see.
The calendar reads 1957, and this is what we find. A young man, a real goof-off, but with high aspirations on his mind. He must go to an Ivy League college, but his grades and tests say definitely no. Thank goodness, God bless, Don's letter to the University of Penn. It will be so.
7 years of education passed for me, and the business world did await. Don, our paths will continue to cross, as if commanded by fate. In 1969, on the merger path we did embark, and for a while it was a real lark. At the end for me, it was a real dud, but you fared better. It was only a thud. We continued to build totally without fear, because we knew that you were near. We worried about mud, but never a flood. We considered a dorm, but never a windstorm. We trembled when notes did expire, but never flinched at a fire. You protected us better than the bulldogs for Merrill, and you even cover any unnamed peril.
The early 70s were a time of business and personal changes with ups and downs galore. But adverse times would never stop Don. He would truly be a friend once more. With dozens of problems, 2 different cities, and 6 kids between us, the final breakup came. Ronnie was going to stay in Pittsburgh, and I would never be the same.
One wintry Sunday morn, you said I looked forlorn. I thought you were offering a meal, but instead you suggested a deal. It was a startling idea that required me to sit, primarily because I couldn't finance it.
You cajoled, preached, and played Cupid. Dear Abby would have praised your skill. That afternoon, Ron called and proposed to me, and after 10 seconds, I said, I will. 2 years of wedding bliss had passed. Don was right. He knew it would last.
Next, you felt we needed a special place in the sun to laugh and rest and play. And although we've never seen it, we think of our mortgage in Cooper Coil.
It is only an illusion that this ode has a conclusion.
It's been 24 years since that magic letter, and we both look to a future with you that will only get better.
Donald, special poem. We're gathered here this fine spring day to party a pal 50, and that ain't hay. Mrs. Bercu's boy Donny, Mrs. Rubin's son-in-law, your friend, brother, partner, the bon vivant. While we're wishing the best of this day to you, pardon us, Don, for some fun while we review some things about you, both funny and terse. Sit back and relax, this could be verse. We'll take your past first, covering that in a flash, with my humble apologies to Ogden Nash. They had wanted a girl, their friends heard them say, but born was a baby boy with a perfect toupee. Now destined was Don for what the world had been saving, father, husband, world traveler, and insurance maven. He grew up on Cleveland's upper east side, graduating from Shaker, his parents' pride. He went on to Wharton to study finance and how to keep girls from getting into his pants.
That wasn't hard.
You bet it wasn't.
I'd like to read that again. It says here, he went on to Wharton to study finance and how to keep girls from getting into his pants, pockets. But his morals were good and his person cleanly. Jackie still thinks he sent directly from heavenly. Not married by age 30, playing the field you recall, but Jackie got her man, how long can a guy stall? Then work it was, and work it still is, and friends of Don all, hear this if you please. A more ambitious, industrious savant you may have encountered, I know I haven't. He takes his job seriously and plows on with zeal to make each client happy, that's his ideal. But back to the story, there's a bit more to tell about a guy who does so many things well. Move over Hammerstein, Rogers, and Fosse too, and meet Oakland's playwright pride, Donald B.E.R.C.U. That was a tough one. With Don, big game fishing is not a point moot, which is why bonefish scatter when he's in pursuit. Except for one tarpon, I think class of 34, that hung in the old office not far from the door. Don's well coordinated, and this is no jest. At dancing and jitterbugging, he's one of the best. If any deficiencies have to be mentioned, he's got a weak backhand volley no matter how well intentioned. And you'd revoke my license as a psalmer if I rhymed him at golf with even Arnold Palmer. But I think Don can recite in his modest manner the second verse of the Star-Spangled Banner. No business problem he fears, I must confess, except if the answer to sell must be yes. 4 years he's gone to no end of bother to help a friend or console another. So we honor Donald on this his day, and on behalf of this gathering may I say, many happy returns, many more years of fun. At 50 we know that you've just begun.
Too beautiful. Here's to Donny, he's so true. No prospect hookers will he screw. It's going to get worse.
That's what you think.
His loyalty to family is so blue. Loves old-time pop music with a passion. His golf's improving as he's smashing. At insurance, there is none finer. If he had some topless dancers a-sellin', business would be even more a-jellin'. We wish Donny all the best. Wait a minute, his 50th birthday zest.
Today, because some of you weren't around, and this is the second meal I've had the pleasure of eating with the Bercu family today. There is no poem I can make for you that can fully describe Donald Bercu. His home in Pepper Pike is one that many of us would like. But for him to remain sane, he had to buy a condo in Key Biscayne. We also have been hearing that he has another one in the Caribbean. New York is another one of his many stops between his condo hops. I want you to know the rest. His golf, tennis, and clothes are the best. Don has reached the peak, I say. For years now, he hasn't worked a day. The clever group here tonight has made my poetry a humble fright. Nonetheless, I would like to say, dear Don, have a very happy birthday.
Well,
welcome to this really great show. Have you heard the story about Lord Crumley, you see? Lord Crumley was a ripping Englishman who was always the finest of manners. And one day Lord Crumley was invited to a party and he farted. Oh, you heard that. That was Crumley. You heard that story. Did you hear the story about the Japanese dive bombers who flying over the South Pacific and dived their ass right into a smokestack? Oh, you heard that story. Did you hear the story about Joe Lewis? He's fighting Max Schmeling. They're making, I'll be home. I'll get him the 4-3. I'll get him. No, you heard that story. Becky was going on a trip, you see, and she'd been married 45 years, and she decided she deserved a trip by herself. She went to the travel agent, said, what have you got? What have you got for a nice Jewish lady, a widow? He says, I got a TD. He said, I got a BWD. He says, I got a... Now, you know, you've heard those goddamn stories for so long, Bercu, we're tired of them. My accent isn't very good, but you got the message. Most of us who are not yet reaching 50 have a black book, and in our black book we've got blondes, brunettes, redheads. In Bercu's goddamn black book, he's got jokes. Forget it. One more quick anecdote. Years ago, all of us thought that we were jocks. We played softball in front of Vera's house. Now, I don't know if you remember Vera, but Vera ruled the roost across from Shaker Heights High School. Vera was a United Nations, little part Romanian, part Afghanistan, part Russian, Hungarian. Czech. Well, you see, we played at Donny's house because Donny had a nice refrigerator with all kinds of good things to eat. And also, we would go in between innings and get something to eat. We hit Vera on those occasions. And Vera would say, Donny, it looks like rain. You better go out and put your sweater on and wear your rubbers. So we said, but Vera, we're playing the ball game. She says, Donny, go outside, put on your rubbers. You remember that, Roger? So we played the game, we finished the goddamn game. You ever see Bercu rounding third base wearing his rubbers? You can't, you're a tough act to follow, following our MC, but we're all happy to be here. Happy birthday.
I had the pleasure of knowing Donny as long as some of you people here, especially his gang of Spike and all the rest of some of the coolest guys. Beach. And I don't know if anybody else is going to understand all of it except maybe Don. I don't even understand. I don't know how to read it. It says, Lord Chumley, Francois, Charlie Chan. Take your pick. Any one of these is Donny's shtick. His humor, his manner is all quite mellow. In addition to which, he's a very funny fellow. We wish you a happy birthday, and we're happy to be here, and you should have many, many more happy birthdays.
Give or take a year or two. Exhibit A. This is his now this is a breach of professional ethics. Didn't you hold that up, please? My teeth. This is a breach of professional ethics, but I want you to look at the X-ray.
Sorry about this.
That we have here. You know, first of all, if you look, and this is a dental X-ray, you're going to have. I'm the doctor here, and Nick doesn't know anything about dental X-rays. So you have to listen to me. Lady, please. Curly Brown, whatever your name is.
I love being
First of all, if you look at these X-rays, the roots are very long and devious. These are way beyond 50-year roots. The crowns are much too pearly. The bone, if you look here, is way too skinny. And you know, we have the amazing facility today to show much more than hard tissue. We can show soft tissue on this. And if you notice, there's a hamstring of the tongue in here. Very old athletic injury. And her hand's in the way, but the throat is way too deep.
I'm glad you got it.
Also, I've discovered in looking at my files that this X-ray was covered by a very old insurance policy. And this really substantiates beyond any doubt that he is not 50 years old, that he's really 2,000 years old. Now, Exhibit B. I'll lose that, that's rotation of money. This is a follicle study. This is a follicle study. Now,
Anything other kind.
the only one here who would really know would be Vic, because Vic's a doctor too and a scientist and a scholar. But we know that the human male loses one strand of follicles per 10 years. We don't want to mention the other.
I haven't had a good follicle in I'm just kidding.
I have before. This is his bar mitzvah picture. The second one here was a 1949 Durango Dukes study on a camping trip that we took, and there's a few years difference. And this is a present day study.
God.
If you notice, and if we count follicles here, that there is really about 2,000 years difference between, give or take a year, between here and here.
You can buy them, you know.
No, I've also checked the tombstones of his last 200 barbers, and it's justified. And you know, there were more reasons as to why he was asked to join Mask and Wig. Now, Exhibit C, and let's look at the eyes. You know, in pseudo-orientals, it takes the medial portion of the inner canthus of the eye, that's this portion right here, at least 1,000 years to achieve its half-life of half-dropping. Now, these are all the way down.
That's what he tells all his patients.
These are all the way down. And this takes 2,000 years to achieve this droop. Now, this is a medical fact. We can't fight with this. Vic isn't even arguing. So this proves that Don's wit and looks aren't just by chance Chinese, but that he is, in fact, the reincarnation of Confucius himself.
Donnie, this is to you. I'm going to try and sing it. But if it doesn't come out too well, you'll understand. In 31, the mood was blue. How's that? Except for Ida and Erwin Bercu. For on the 24th of May, Donald came our way. His hair was brown and his eyes were blue. A cute little fellow was baby Bercu. His voice was strong and he smiled a lot. He was not an infant to be forgot. He never could be forgot. He ate right well and he soon ran round. His mind and body, it was quite sound. He soon grew up and he went to school. It was quite apparent he wasn't a fool. He behaved right well, and there were no fights involving this fine dude from Shaker Heights. He loved to sing and he loved to dance, a great entertainer, you knew at a glance. He went to Penn and he made it big as a female impersonator in Mask and Wig. He then came home to Shaker Square, where he wed a damsel so very fair. A lovely family soon was had, good husband and father, it wasn't too bad. So let's drink a toast to Don Bercu. His list of assets too long to view. His warmth, sincerity, charm, and wit is just a small part of his magical kit. So here's to Donny, who has the best of friends and family, good health and success. We wish him more of the same, of course, with love and affection to Don Bercu. With love and affection to you.
Another happy birthday, Billie Jean King. The other one is, don't worry, your Caribbean investments are doing great. Your partner and friend, Robert Vesco. The final one is, thanks for making our first quarter so great. Happy 50th, Frank Borman, President, Eastern Airlines.
Well, you've seen Donny on TV today, and he did indeed perform admirably. These great performances started at a younger age. I would like tonight to tell you about Don's youthful career, which we can back up with a few things. As a young boy, Don would anxiously look forward to the high holy days. The holidays marked the observance of an auspicious neighborhood event. It was the annual Parkland Drive on Kipper Day football game. The game marked the assemblage of the Jewish greats of Parkland Drive, which played in Mammoth Krongo Stadium, located on the windswept shores of Shaker Lakes. Now, Notre Dame may have been famous for its fighting Irish, but Parkland Drive was known for its jarring Jewish. Marked by such legendary heroes as Lord and Howie Weiss, Danny Don Glazer, Ralph Crazy Legs Krongo, the jarring Schaefer brothers. This game always resulted in a stellar performance by the hard-driving fullback Beaver Bercu. There's a wire photo of Beaver breaking away on a touchdown run in the historic 1939 Parkland Drive on Kipper Day Bowl Classic. When Don grew up,
Browns missed me.
We'll move on now. Don's become very well known for his investments, as you know, in the Caribbean area. He's made his niche in St. Thomas, St. Martin's, St. Kitts. He knows more saints than the Pope. Long before Don thought it fashionable to become in the sun. Long before it became fashionable to vacation in the sun, Don saw the potential of Florida condominiums. So here's a picture of Don showing a condominium site to a lovely waterway to a prospective retiree. This we have at an early age.
That's my brother. I'm not taking a leak there.
What's your hand doing there?
I was young. I didn't know.
Let's do all the hotel.
Yeah, that's
Poem. Frankly, I have no desire to prolong this day any longer. I was asked to say something nice, as all of you were, about this 50th birthday. Frankly, I think that's a lot of crap. I've been depressed and had stomach problems for about 2 years now. Ever since I've been asked to stand up and say nice things about people's 50th birthday. My therapist said that my problems really go back about 20 years, not 2 years, when my friends started to get married and I was asked to stand up and say nice things about them getting married, when in truth I really hated their guts for leaving me. And when this series of events has rolled around the last couple of years, it brought back those memories. Fortunately, he says I don't have, my problem should be cured fairly soon. I only have the 75th and 100th to worry about. So, let me read you a few thoughts I had about this one. I began to write this rhyme about Don, and I know this sounds rather dumb. To tell you the truth, I have no idea where I know this guy from. I didn't go to school with him. We didn't play in our youth. I can't remember knowing him when he really had any couth. I remember a funny, skinny kid, and he had a skinny brother. The Bercus and the Glazers lived at Shaker near each other. I remember seeing him at the music hall, performing in the mask and wig. He was dancing in the chorus, Bercu the dancing twig. Theater was always in his blood. Character bits were his expertise. He was either old Ed Sullivan or a toothy, spitting Chinese. His material was so old, old, old. When we were young, it used to be fun.
Now there are very few alive who remember when it first was done. But Don has soft-shoed his way through life, on stage capturing all of our hearts. Thank God old actors never die. They just lose some of their parts. So happy birthday, Don, and many more. You put Shanghai Shek to shame. May your fortune cookie be full of life, because the actor's home has your name.
But I have to tell you all something. We're not yet halfway through with our program tonight. We have quite a bit more for everybody. So I have a lot of stuff here, but I'm gonna cut it short. I really am. Because some of you may have heard some of this before, because you see, with Iggy here, he does some great routines, right? As you've just heard. But I think you've heard them again and again and again and again. So I went back to the old script file, the stuff that we did. I said, I'm not going to write anything new for this guy. He doesn't do anything new for me. So I found some old stuff in there. I'm not going to do it all. I'm just going to do some of it. Now, let's see. Oh, I tell you, I'm going to pick out one here. We've talked enough about him. I want to give some credit to Jackie. Putting up with him for probably 19 years or so. She should deserve some of the credit. We're toasting him for all the time he's been around. Jackie's done stuff too, and I think we ought to acknowledge her tonight. Therefore, I have this little, very brief message, I think, which relates to their family existence. It's not very long. It goes like this. And it shows you the class, it shows you the class that Jackie Bercu has. How he ended up with someone as classy as Jackie is a mystery. It goes like this. Jackie Onassis has a lovely first name. But Jackie Bercu's is just the same. Jackie Onassis just oozes with class. Jackie Bercu is likewise an elegant lass. Jackie Onassis felt the thrill of grease call, and Jackie Bercu has her own grease ball. I have one more I think I'll do, because we really seriously have a lot to do yet. Now, this is, of course, in honor of our guest of honor, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time congratulating him, because he didn't have to do a goddamn thing to reach 50, except be around and breathe deeply and sleep and eat and all this stuff. You know, we can all do that, right? Hopefully. Someday we will all be that old. Anyway, this will tell you something about the guy, because we don't know much about him. I mean, I've known him for most of my life, but really, there were years before that. I didn't know what he came out of. Did he come out of anything? I mean, so I did some research. You know, you get these things in the mail that say, hey, buy a shield with your family crest, you know, that kind of stuff. I thought I'd try to find out where he came from. You know, I didn't expect to find anything. I really, you know, I knew his mom and his dad and everything, you know, and they were great people. You know, he's too old to have come out of a test tube. Maybe a clamshell. But anyway, let me just go into this here. Tell you something about his family. The name Bercu has an interesting history. Of Hungarian origin, some say, hence no mystery. Probably what once was a 15-letter abortion, some ancestor blue penciled to its present proportion. The untruthful rumor I'd like to quench, for to tell the truth, the name Bercu is French. The fact that it's French should be no surprise. Don eats French toast and he eats French fries. He eats French dressing and pastry with custard, and in his kitchen is French as mustard. So, in your mind, this fact firmly entrench. The origin of the name Bercu is French. A great-great-great-grandpa pronounced it Bercu, and all over Paris the girls he'd pursue. Pierre Bercu, they'd say, my darling Pierre, you're so smooth, so suave, so très debonair. A great-great-great-grandson, Donald by name, did not inherit this way of the game. Oh, he tried to make out. The poor boy had guts, but somehow he always behaved like a klutz. Don wasn't suave, he'd be wrestling or tackling. Somehow this appealed to a French girl named Jacqueline. She accepted his offer in pain in a toe lock. French hay me be, but he acts like a Pollock. Anyway, I'm going to bring the birthday boy to the microphone right now, and he's going to say a few words of what's on his mind to you today. I wish him a happy birthday along with everybody else. Here he is.
That was the poet laureate of San Francisco. That's great. I gather that Alan and Spikey have some things to show you, which I had the great pleasure of enjoying today. But I do want to thank you all for coming here and seeing the very nice things that you did, and being here and enjoying and sharing with me my 50th birthday. I don't know if I thank now or later on when all this is over, but it's nice to have great friends like you all are, and a wonderful wife and wonderful friends, and a wonderful brother and sister-in-law and sisters and brothers-in-law. We're very fortunate in having grown up with guys that we've stayed with and close to over the years, and I think that Cleveland in particular, my kids say, you know, where are we going to live from now on? You know, the weather stinks, which it does, but we have people here like you all that make our living here and our lives so very enjoyable and so fulfilling as I've enjoyed tonight. And I just want to thank you, and I hope that you will enjoy whatever is coming up here. It showed the great pleasure that I had today and the great fun if these guys with the television cameras were able to put it together. Are you there, Jared and everybody? Anyhow, thank you so much for coming, and I hope you enjoy what's coming further. Poet Laureate, I give it back to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, I think I'm going to ask everybody in the audience to take a minor break. Go to the bathroom, drink your water.
Great job.